Proprioception. Don't fall for it. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 169 of our Supersize You annual challenge. Today we are talking about balance. And when I have to look up a word, because I had an idea of what it meant, but I wasn't sure. When I have to Google it, then we're going to talk about it. Proprioception, I might not even be pronouncing it right. I don't know that I've ever heard this word before. Basically, it's our internal GPS. It's our body's ability to know what our position is in the world when we're moving, when we're orienting, when we are in, just existing and in any space. What's our position and our alignment? And it's without relying on our vision. So it's no surprise that I don't understand what this is, although I should, because I have very poor vision. And it makes a lot of sense. So I love that I learned a new word today. I hope you do too. But it's basically where we are in the world, where our body is situated in the world, which has to do with balance. And balance is, of course, our topic of the day as we focus on physical health and well-being, one of the 9 life framework areas that we talk about every year. So our balance deteriorates with age. We hate to admit it, but it absolutely does, unless we train ourselves. It's like anything else. If we eat right and take care of ourselves and exercise and move, we don't necessarily deteriorate as much with age as other people do. Obviously, not a great example of what I'm talking about. Balance training is things like single leg exercises, working on one leg, stability work, and proprioception challenges. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So now we know. So challenges to be aware of our position in the world and in our environment without depending on our eyes. So closed eye exercises, right? Closed eye challenges. Can you do certain things with your eyes closed? Yes or no? Depends. And then the benefits now to paying attention to our balance. And I'm going to give a really embarrassing example of how it should have been an early warning sign for me, but of course I was oblivious. Benefits now are better athletic performance if you happen to be athletic. But even just as a human being, it gives us better performance, more energy, more stamina, more ability to position ourselves in front of opportunities, more ability to do the things we want to do as we age, things like being independent and feeling safe. One of the number one causes of injury and death in older people is falling. Well, falling is due to not having good balance. Now I'm going to tell you my story. When I was about 45, it was before I was 50. I know this for sure, but I think I was about 45. And the kids had the Wii game. Remember that? It had the white pad that you could stand on and you could interact in. It's called Wii Fit. W-I-I Fit. Or W-I Fit. I can't remember. Anyway, I didn't really look at the name. I just stood on the dang white thing. And I was doing something and I thought, I'm going to check out my balance. So I did one of the balance challenges on that, which is probably a proprioception challenge. That whole piece of equipment is probably that with respect to balancing and positioning yourself. And I came up at like 45 as a 72-year-old. That should have been my wake-up call, but it wasn't, of course. I continued to run through my life for the next 5 years until I had a sudden cardiac arrest, and then all of a sudden everything changed. But prior to that, I didn't have very good balance. Now, our challenge today is to stand on one leg for 30 seconds. Can you do it without wobbling or falling over? I've not done this yet. My granddaughter did it last night because she's 5 and she could, and she was listening to me write my topic for today. And I should have looked up proprioception then, but I didn't do it until today. I'm like, okay, that's got to be a fancy word for something. It is. It's a fancy word for where are we positioned in the world and without our eyes. So it is a lot like GPS, right? It's like our internal GPS, our own global positioning, our individual positioning systems. Maybe it's an IPS. I don't know. Everybody likes to make up their own words. Well, maybe they don't. I do. My daughter and I love to make up words. All right. So today, can you stand on one leg? Share in the comments below after you do the one leg standing 30-second challenge if you can or not. And if you can't, I'm going to say practice this exercise every day until you can. And all you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and you're going to lift one leg and hold for 30 seconds. without grabbing the counter, without grabbing your desk, without falling over, without grabbing a chair. Unless, of course, you're going to fall over, then you should have something available so that you can catch yourself, right? And you don't fall. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the less I like falling down. It's why, well, besides my eyes, it's why I don't ski anymore. My eyes are why I don't play tennis anymore, but story for another day. So, can you stand on one leg for 30 seconds? You're going to find out today, and then you're going to share in the comments below. If you cannot do it, you are going to do this exercise where you lift one leg for 30 seconds with your eyes closed. Hold. Actually, do it the first time without your eyes closed. Can you hold your leg up for 30 seconds with your eyes open? Because that will help you balance. And then switch and do the other leg for 30 seconds. Can you do it with that leg? Then do the same thing with your eyes closed. 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right, and see if you can do that. And I would say if you can do that, put woohoo in the comments below, because then we know how awesome and well balanced you are. And this is definitely a wake-up call for me to pay more attention to my balance. I know it is. So I will start practicing my 30-second leg stands as I go on my walks. All right, any questions? You know what to do. Just ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.